If you're manufacturing or shipping products, or in short, running a business selling physical goods or services, you'll be well aware of the importance of a well-organized and structured supply chain. Supply chain management includes everything from tracking material costs to sending out production parts, managing inventory, recording payment histories, and much, much more. No matter how big of a business you might have, a well-organized supply chain with a high level of visibility and accessibility is the absolute key in remaining competitive in price, quality, delivery speed, you name it. And that is exactly what I'm here to talk about today. Hi, I'm Svenny, and this is OpenPO. OpenPO is a one-platform solution making supply chain management as easy as 1, 2, 3. Packed with some super-duper powerful features, it is the only tool you need in order to optimize your processes to the absolute max. But before I keep on rambling and talking about it for ages, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. So let's get started. Now, the first thing you want to be doing is adding in some data, because right now this looks quite empty. Let's change that. So you want to go ahead and click on Add and on Import. And now you can basically drag and drop or just upload your file. I'm going to go ahead and upload something real quick and I'll be right back. Cool. So this is the table that I chose to go with. And now you want to select the first row. Just basically follow the instructions that the tool is giving you. So the first row is selected. You want to click on Next, select the first column. We did that. Click on Next, and now we can change the column type. Now in our case, I want to change the code to a text, and the number of the purchasing order, I want to change that to a text too. And what else? Everything else looks fine. No, here, delivery update. I want to change that to a date, and that looks good to me. So we're going to click on Done. And the entire thing is going to be imported into your OpenPO. All right, let's collapse the sidebar and then let's get started. So I want to show you the first thing here. So as you can see, this is the delivery required column. And now if I go into the settings, I can do some fun stuff. So I can set the format of the date, and I'm going to choose this one, and I can choose if I want to have the week number. I'm going to say first day of the year. And now I can show a countdown and also show a countdown in weeks. Now, if I confirm, you will see that it now will show me a countdown of weeks when the delivery will be required. So that's quite handy. Now let me show you how you can add your custom column. So you want to click on the plus icon, and I want to add a formula column. Now you can use these columns to, have all sorts of calculations involving numbers and currencies. And I want to make a formula column which shows me the open quantity of products. So I'm just going to rename that. And now if I double click, I can add in the formula. So the open quantity is, of course, the quantity ordered minus the quantity delivered. I want to click on Done, and as you can see, now it'll automatically calculate which quantity is still open using the numbers we already have within the table. You can also just go ahead and delete columns which you don't need. Let me just check what's that. Purchasing document item. I don't want that column anymore, so I'm just going to click on this little arrow and delete column, confirm, and it's gone. Poof, just like that. Another cool thing is that you can also add a priority column. So for example, if I do that, I can add in the priorities right here. So let's say this SKU is urgent, so I will add urgent. And this one will be high, and this one will be medium, and so on and so on. And as you can see in the first column, it'll have this little tag right here showing you the priority of this product at the first glance. Now, another cool thing you can do, for example, here in the unit cost column, we can actually convert currencies right here within OpenPO without having to leave the platform at all. OpenPO will actually collect the real-time exchange rate to make sure that the exchange rate is up to date at all times. I'm going to show you how. So you're going to go ahead and first change the column type to currency, and don't forget to hit save. And now what you want to do is, again, click on the arrow and then click on settings. You can now see that you can choose the currency you want to convert from and the currency you want to convert into. So let's say I currently have US dollars and I want to convert into euro. I will select this, also select the decimal, and then you want to hit on confirm, but you can see here that the real-time exchange rate is already being shown to you. So let's click on confirm. And now, as you can see, you will see here the currency it is currently shown in. So it is euro. And again, if you hover over the board, you will see the real-time exchange rate right here. You can also add a file to a certain product. So you just want to go ahead and add a file column, and now if you click on it, you can upload a file, and I'm gonna do that real quick. So now I have this file right here, just in case, I want to add a picture explaining a product, showing some more information, so that's quite cool. Now, as you know, supply chain management is all about having an overview of things, right? And what's quite cool about OpenPO is that it'll show you the sum of the numbers columns right here at the bottom. So you don't have to be sitting here with a calculator, tipping and tapping and trying to come up with it all by yourself. It's already here for you. And if you double click on it, you can also change the formula to sum, average, maximum, minimum, whatever you need. Now, let's say you're still waiting for an order to arrive. You can add a tracking number right here. And this allows you to select the provider, first of all. So let me just go with, you have a bunch of them right here. So let me just go with DHL, and you could add in the tracking number. And if you confirm that, the live status of your order would be shown right here. You can also go ahead and add a people column. So just in case you want to assign a certain product or a certain row to certain people, you can do that using the people column. So in my case, I really can only add myself because I am currently the only person in this board. But of course, you can also go ahead and click on the search icon and search for more members of your team. Now, the last thing I want to show you is the checker column. So the checker column is actually one of my favorite features because it allows you to give away tasks you don't want to do yourself. So let's just add a checker. And for example, here we can add a pricing check, and this allows me now to assign the pricing check to the people I want to assign the task to. So again, in my case, it's only going to be me within the pricing check because I am the only person in this board, but of course you can always go ahead and invite more people and then assign the task to one of your team members. So let me actually move this one to where it makes sense. So maybe it makes sense next to the unit cost because I want the pricing to be checked. So now if I go ahead and I see, hey, this pricing is correct, I can check mark it. If I say, whoop, this is not correct, I will not check mark it and add a cross, you know what I'm trying to say, and so on and so on. And this really helps in making your processes very, very efficient and assigning and delegating your tasks. You can also go ahead and add a timeline column. And what this does is pretty cool because it allows you to surprise add a timeline. And there's really two ways to go about it. And I want to show you both. So the first way you can do is double click and enter the dates manually. So for example, I'm going to add the today's date and then another date in the future. Let's do that again to showcase the difference if I choose dates closer together. So if I go like this, you will see here the green bar is further progressed because here we have 3 days left and here we have 9 days left. Now this is pretty manual, but there's an even easier way to go about it. So what you can actually do is if you click on this little arrow right here and click on link dates, you will actually have the opportunity to link the dates which you already have in the board. So let's just go with the starting date of the PO date and then the delivery required, and you want to click on done, and in a matter of seconds these two columns with dates will be combined in the timeline column right here, and you will have a very easy overview of how far in the process you are. Awesome. I think I showed you about everything you need to see when it comes to those boards, and I would say you're quite a professional now. And thank you so much for sticking, and I'll see you in the next video.